This country, you gotta make the money first. Then when you get the money, you get the power. Then when you get the power, then you get the money.
Yo, 148, 3 to the 3 to the 6 to the 9, representing the ABQ. What up, biatch? Leave it tone.
You all know exactly who I am.
I don't have a damn clue.
Yeah, you do. I'm the cook. I'm the man who killed Gus Fring.
Bullshit. Cartel guy.
Sure. Now, say my name.
Mr. White?
You're goddamn right. You're goddamn right.
Mr. White? Tight, yeah! Yeah, it's alright. That's it. That's it. That's it. This kicks like a mule with his balls wrapped in duct tape.
Those choices, no one else. And those consequences, they're coming.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Drunk Tank. My name is P. Rich from the Hatchet Boys, and today I'm going to be reviewing and discussing Breaking Bad Season 1. The first season of the American television drama series Breaking Bad premiered on January 20th, 2008 and concluded on March 9th, 2008. It consisted of 7 episodes, each running approximately 48 minutes in length. So, Breaking Bad starring Bryan Cranston, Anna Gunn, Aaron Paul, Dean Norris, Betsy Brandt, and R.J. Mitte. Yeah, so the first episode of Breaking Bad was the pilot. So basically, it goes Walter White, a 50-year-old high school chemistry teacher facing a midlife crisis, finds out he has stage 3 lung cancer. He keeps the news a secret from his pregnant wife, Skylar, and their teenage son, Walter Jr. Walter rides along with his brother-in-law, DEA agent Hank Schrader, on a raid of a methamphetamine lab in which they catch a coke dealer named Emilio.
Happy birthday.
So, how'd it feel to be old?
How does it feel to be a smartass? Chemistry is the study of change. It is growth, then decay, then transformation. Hank, how much money is that?
It's about 700 grand.
Walt sees his former student turned meth coke dealer Jesse Pinkman next door banging some broad. I love this scene, man. When we're first introduced to Jesse Pinkman. In a way, yeah. You see him climbing up the window and he's trying to put his pants on and he falls from the fucking second story of the house. And Walt's like, Jesse? Yeah, it's great. I love that scene. So Jesse escapes from the raid. Walt realizes he can use the knowledge of chemistry to cook meth and make enough to support his family after he dies. He enlists Jesse's help and they begin to start cooking meth in a remote area in the desert in an RV. The pair create a pure form of crystal meth, and Jesse tries to sell the meth to Crazy Eight. One of the dealers, his ex-partner Emilio, who faces Jesse to show them the lab. Emilio recognizes Walt from the DEA raid and knocks Jesse unconscious. Well, basically he knocks himself out. He trips over and hits his head off a rock. But anyways, so Crazy Eight and Emilio take Walt by like gunpoint into the RV and to show him how to cook meth. And he mixes like phosphane gas and he like knocks them both out, killing Emilio. And he knocks Crazy Eight out, and then Walt like starts up the RV and he ends up crashing the RV, and this is how it opens up. And the first time watching this, you're like, what the fuck is going on, man? I always thought it was like near the end of the show or something, because you just see Walt like go on the video camera to his family saying, there's things you're going to learn about me, and so on, right? And then he points the gun while you hear the sirens coming, and that's how it opens the show. And that's how this episode ends, is by like basically you see that, and then you see Jesse. Well, it turns out to be just fire trucks coming to put out the fire that Emilio started with a lit cigarette. So anyways, yeah, that's how the first episode starts. And Man, the first time I saw this show, I wasn't expecting that at all. And after that first episode, I wanted to see more of this. Like, I was invested in the characters and just like the story. It's really great, but I'll get into that after. But okay. Now the second episode, called Cats in the Bag. Walt and Jesse try to dispose of the two bodies in the RV, which becomes increasingly complicated when Crazy Eight wakes up. He's still alive and escapes. Walt finds him barely conscious walking along the street, and he puts him in the car. They eventually imprison him in Jesse's basement. Yeah, he's like locked up to a pole in the basement, like a motorcycle lock. So meanwhile, Skylar grows suspicious of Walt's recent behavior. She asks him about Jesse, whom she discovers after he calls Walt at their home. Yeah, she becomes suspicious because Jesse keeps calling, and Walt plays it off like it's a phone provider that keeps harassing them. It's fucking hilarious, man. And so she calls Jesse's number, and his answer machine comes on, and it's like, yo, what up? Oh man, the answer machine's just fucking hilarious. Represent the ABQ. What up, biatch? It's fucking hilarious. And she's like, what the fuck? Well, she goes on his website thing. He's like, his webpage is all about weed and fucking MILFs, and she's like, what the hell is a MILF? But anyways, Walt covers by telling her that Jesse sells him marijuana. Skylar visits Jesse and threatens to call Hank if Jesse contacts Walt about marijuana again. Jesse disposes of Emilio's body using hydrofluoric acid in the bathtub, and this scene's fucking hilarious. I get a kick out of Jesse because he's when he's going to pour the hydrofluoric acid on Emilio's body, he's like, yeah, just bring him over your house. And I just want to melt dead bodies. It's fucking hilarious. Alright, so as Walt instructs, but Jesse ignores Walt's warning to use a plastic bin, and he uses the bathtub instead, resulting in a heavy cleanup when the acid eats through the floor before two children playing in the desert are where the RV had been found a gas mask that Walt and Jesse left there. Yeah, but that scene there when you see the bathtub just come right through the fucking ceiling, oh man, and it's bones of Emilio and all the blood just splashes down. Oh, that's great. Oh man, so great. I love that scene. And Walt's like, oh yeah, and what was that stupid plastic bin for?
asking me? Oh, yes. That stupid plastic container I asked you to buy. You see, hydrofluoric acid won't eat through plastic. It will, however, dissolve metal, rock, glass, ceramic. So there's that.
So, yeah, I really enjoy how this one opens up, but I'll get in more with that with the technical elements in this show. Just when they're cleaning the mess up of Emilio's body there, just the way it was filmed, it looked really well done. Like you see, like the POV shot of, like it's like almost like they just use like a glass over it, and someone's under it, and they have the camera, and then you just see like them wiping it. Just the way it was filmed was very well done, and I must say, well, I'll just get to that later. But anyway, so episode 3. It's called "And the Bags in the River." So Skylar's sister Marie believes that Walter Jr. is smoking marijuana and asks Hank to scare him straight. Hank takes Walt Jr. to a drug house to teach him all about drugs. So this part's hilarious. He calls over like this like meth head like named Wendy, and she's a prostitute. And he's like, just this whole scene is just fucking hilarious, man. He's like, fucking, how many Wendy's do you give by day, Wendy? Like, holy fuck, it's just hilarious.
Hey, you! Yeah, you, princess! Get over here! Check this out. What's your name, sweetheart?
Wendy.
Wendy, huh? How much you charge for a Wendy, Wendy?
Hey, I ain't doing him. He's a kid.
Jesus, was that my question? Don't think so hard, it's gonna hurt your brain. Are you on the pipe, you on the needle?
Nothing. Neither.
Yeah. Just show us your teeth, huh? Come on, Wendy, let's see those pearly whites. Oh, God, see that? Pipe, definitely. Big time on the pipe. You got something you want to ask Wendy?
No, not really.
You ever smoke anything else, Wendy? Sausages don't count.
Okay, so after that scene, we see Walt and Jesse clean up the remains of Emilio. Walt is torn between whether to keep Crazy 8 alive or kill him. Crazy 8 gets in Walt's head and creates mistrust and conflicts between him and Jesse. While bringing Crazy 8 food, he collapses while he's going up the stairs. Upon waking up, Walt tells Crazy 8 that he has lung cancer. The first person he tells, and they start sharing the unexpected things they have in common. Walt decides to release Crazy 8, but while disposing of the shards of broken plate, when he fainted, the plate broke and he threw all the pieces in the garbage, and then he notices there's a missing piece. Anyway, so now he knows Crazy 8's planning on killing him if Walt lets him go. So when Walt confronts Crazy 8 with his information, Crazy 8 attacks him. So Walt strangles and kills him with the bicycle lock. Walt lies and tells Skylar he was working late at the car wash, but she has already talked to his boss and knows he quit weeks ago. The night when Walter gets home, he tells Skylar that he has something to tell her, and off camera he reveals his diagnosis with her, that he has lung cancer. But it's fucking hilarious. Like, I think that was the first episode when he quits his job at the car wash, but he's like fuck you in your eyebrows, and then he's like, wipe down this, and he like shakes his dick at him. It's fucking hilarious, man. There's so many great scenes in the show. The fourth episode called Cancer Man. As Jesse and Walt's meth begins to spread in Albuquerque, Hank starts looking for a new drug kingpin, unaware that it's Walt. At a family barbecue, what reveals to Walt Jr., Maria, and Hank that he has cancer. Hank promises Walt that he will always take care of his family. Walt Jr. becomes upset that Walt is acting like everything is normal. Jesse becomes paranoid that law enforcement is after him, and he visits his family's house. This scene always reminds me of when I was younger, and I was going through my drug addiction back in those days. And I would show up to my parents' house like that, and just, anyways, yeah. So, what was I gonna say? Alright, so, when he's like, Jesse's like sketching out big time because he's smoking like a lot of that meth, and he's like looking out the window, and you think he sees bikers coming to kill him with machetes, but it turns out it's actually just like Bible sales kids or something like that. Like Jehovah's Witness or something like that. It's fucking hilarious, man. Alright, so back to Jesse at his family's house. Jesse's parents are disappointed and worried to see him in such a state. Jesse finds out that his younger brother, who is very like involved in sports and music, like he's got a lot of achievements. So anyways, he finds out his brother's smoking weed to deal with the intense pressure from his parents. Jesse covers for him, but is forced to leave his parents' house as they believe the marijuana is his. Jesse visits Walt to try to convince him they should continue cooking meth, but Walt tells him never to try to see him again. And Walt just like, Jesse just like throws all Walt's half share of the leftover meth they cooked into his pool. It's funny. Yeah, you see Walt like just taking it out of the pool. But Walt and Skylar visits the doctor, who says Walt's cancer is treatable. Skylar is hopeful, but Walt does not think getting treatment is financially feasible. And that's how that episode ends. Now, so we're on the fifth episode, Gray Matter. Jesse becomes frustrated that he can't secure stable employment. Walt and Skylar attend Walt's old friend Elliot's birthday. Skylar tells Elliot about Walt's cancer, and Elliot offers him a job, which Walt declines. And Elliot's like very like successful. He's rich. He's like worth billions of dollars of this like gray matter that Walt and him came up with, but Walter sold his share of it for like a few $1,000 at the time or something, but now it's like worth billions of dollars, and Walt's like pissed off at like his success for that. But anyways, Walt feeling insulted. So Walt feeling insulted by an offer for financial help, Jesse attempts to cook meth on his own, but cannot replicate the quality of Walt's product. Walt Jr. gets caught by an undercover cop trying to buy beer and calls Hank to save him instead of Walt. Walt's family attempts an intervention to pursue him to undergo chemotherapy. Maria says everyone should let Walt make the decision on his own. To Skyler, Walt tells everyone that he needs the choice to make his own choice for himself, and that he does not want to live his last days miserable with treatment. The next morning, he relents and tells Skyler he'll accept the chemotherapy treatment. So Gretchen and Elliot's assistants, however, Gretchen, who he used to have a relationship with, calls Walt to discuss his cancer diagnosis. He tells her the assistance isn't needed, lying that his insurance actually does cover treatment. He goes to Jesse's house and says, "Hey, do you want to partner up?" Yeah, and from here, this is when the show gets really good. I think it does from here on out. So, episode 6, Crazy Handful of Nothing. Walt and Jess come to an agreement in which Walt will cook the meth and Jesse will sell it. Jesse soon discovers Walt's motivation for their collaboration. Meanwhile, Hank ties a recovered respirator to Walt's high school chemistry lab and investigates further. Hank falsely arrests the school janitor who has a criminal record for drug possession. After discovering the start of hair loss, Walt shaves his head. When their initial batch of meth only yields $2,600, Jesse's friend Skinny Pete helps him find the distributor who replaced Crazy 8's psychopathic drug lord Tuco Salamanca. Yeah, Tuco. When Jesse demands upfront payment for the meth, Tuco instead beats him and steals the meth. Walt later confronts Tuco himself and causes an explosion in his hideout, forcing him to pay for the meth. And he has to take 2 pounds of meth. He's like, one won't cut it, you need 2. So Tuco agrees to the further dealings with Walt.
You got one part of that wrong. This is not meth.
£1 is not gonna cut it. You have to take 2.
Orale.
So Tuco agrees to the further dealings with Walt. And that was the end of episode 6. Yeah, and like I said, this is when the show gets good. Like really good. So Walt and Jesse face difficulties producing the large amount of meth Walt has promised to Tuco. Skyler has a baby shower at which Maria gives her a diamond tiara for the baby. Skyler decides to return the tiara given to her by Maria, only to be detained at a store and informed that it had been stolen. Yeah, Maria stole it. She's a klepto, fucking maniac. So when she confronts Maria flatly denies stealing it. Walt and Jesse break into a warehouse and steal a large barrel of methylamine, which they need for a new recipe that produces much more meth in much less time. They deliver the promised amount to Tuco and his associates. One of his associate, No Dose and Gonzo. When No Dose makes an offhanded remark to Walt, Tuco becomes enraged and savagely beats the fuck out of him and kills him. And now Walt and Jesse are like horrified, and that's how season 1 ends.
Maybe blue, but it's the bomb.
Oh, tight, yeah. Blue, yellow, pink. Whatever, man, just keep bringing me that. What did you say?
I'm just saying, they gotta know that they're working for you.
Orale, Holmes. I'm relaxed.
Oh man, it's so awesome. I just love this show like so much. It's great. Yeah, so yeah, I kind of mentioned my first impression on this show, but that was just the first episode. But yeah, man, I would have to say this is my favorite TV series. Yeah, it is. It's so good, and it gets even better as you go along. Yeah, my first impression, yeah, like after seeing that first episode, I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then as it was going along, the second episode, I was like, holy shit, when you see that bathtub come down and all the blood go everywhere, and it was just, yeah, I was like, holy shit, man, this is getting better. And then by episode 6 and 7, I was like, holy shit, I can't wait to see the next season. What the fuck's going to happen now? Yeah, so I was totally invested in this show, big time. And yeah, the cast is great. Like Bryan Cranston as Walter White, he's great. He really is. He brings alive that character. Same with I like all the characters, but well, like all the actors, but there's 2 characters I don't like. But yeah, like Gunn as Skylar, she's good. Aaron Paul is Jesse Pinkman, like yeah, he's good. I think he's funny, and I like Jesse. Yeah, I like Walter better though. And Dean Norris as Hank Schrader. Man, it's like I love fucking Hank, man. Just the shit he says. It's fucking hilarious, man. Like, and he always reminds me of Bruce Willis. I don't know why, but he just does. He reminds me of Bruce Willis. Kind of looks like him, I guess. Yeah, Hank's hilarious, man. Like that episode with him showing Walt Jr. like Crystal Palace, that's what it's called. That place where all the meth heads go there. And he's like talking to Walt Jr. about it, and then he calls over Wendy. He's like, how many Wendy's did you give today, Wendy? Are you tired of giving Wendy's? Just fucking hilarious, man. And he's like, over the Walt Jr. is like trying to grab a beer to drink, and they're all like, "No, you're not drinking." And then Hank is like, "Yeah, I want Shania Twain to give me a tuggy." It ain't happening. Like, he's just fucking hilarious. Yeah, but okay, yeah. So who else? Tuco is great too. Yeah, Tuco. He plays his character very well, man. He's great. Like, yeah, his character is like, like fucking psycho, but like he just plays it like so well, man. And when he like every time he snorts like meth, man, it's just fucking hilarious. And he's like, tight, 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 yeah. And then he's like, when he sees it blue, he's like, "What is it blue?" He snorts and he's like, "Oh." He's like, "Pink, purple, blue, whatever, man. Keep giving me that." Yeah, so yeah, I like all the Hank's wife, Maria. She's the only character I don't like. She fucking bugs me. I'd say she's my worst character for sure. But my favorite, it would be Walter for sure. And I do like Hank too, though. And Tuco's good as well. Yeah, they're all like, they're good. All the characters are very well done. And the story's very well developed too, also. Like Vince Gilligan, that's who created the show and directed and read it or wrote it. Yeah, like, it was very well written and done. And so getting into the technical elements in this show, man, oh man, the camera work is fucking amazing. There's so many great shots in this show. Like, there really is. Cinematography is some of the best I've ever seen, to be honest. Like, even like, I find this show like outdoes like a lot of movies out there, man. Like, the way they filmed this show is very well done. Like, some of the best camera work I've ever seen. How I mentioned before, like those angle shots where you see like Jesse and Walter like cleaning up the blood and from Emilio's body. You get all kinds of shots like that throughout this whole show, this whole series. And I'm just I can't really think of, like, there's a few other ones in this season. I know there is, but I just can't really think of them at the moment. But man, it's very well done. The lighting's very well done. The music, I like the music. Yeah, the colors are great. Yeah. Yeah, was there anything else I wanted to mention real quick? No, that's it for technical elements. Yeah, so do I recommend this show, Breaking Bad? Yeah, bitch, I recommend this show. Fuck yeah. I do, yeah, man. I love it. So yeah, with that, with this season, like what I'll rate each season, and then when I'm done of each season, like overall, like I'll rate the whole show. But yeah, for this season, for me, it's a 9. Yeah, I like it. I love it. Yeah. All right, so that's my review for season 1 of Breaking Bad. All right, cheers, everybody. Bye.